What's up, guys? Garrett the Great here, back with some more Pokemon Go PvP action. And today, we're actually going to be doing a top 10 countdown on the Community Day Pokemon for PvP. As you all know, next month in December, they have the gathering of all the 2019 that you can catch in the wild, and they also have 2018 that you can get into the raids, and we'll also be able to get those exclusive legacy moves that some of us have not been able to get for PvP this past season. Trust me, the struggle is real. I do understand, all right? So we're going to get into some of the details about Community Day next month. And it's gonna be a good one too, guys. Okay. So as you all know, you've probably already looked into it already. But as the 2019 season wraps up, they wanted to thank us for making Community Days awesome this past year. So they're going to do a 2-day Community Day event that's going to be on the 14th and the 15th. That's going to let us enjoy a lot of the benefits. Okay. So we'll get into that also. So as you see here, some of the Pokemon that are going to be appearing more frequently in the wild is going to be Totodile, Swinub, Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Ralts, Slakoth, Trapinch, Bagon, Turtwig, and Chimchar. Now those are all going to be more in the wild that you're going to be able to just catch straight up with Pokeballs. But the ones in the raids are the ones we're really going to get excited about, okay guys? The Bulbasaur, the Charmander, the Squirtle, the Eevee, the Chikorita, those are great. Larvitar, Beldum, also, oh, we're super excited about this, guys. And we wasn't sure if we're going to get all of them packed into one Community Day, but we did. We got it, guys. We're here. So, all right, as you see on the following day, then we'll get in the wild. We'll have Totodile, Swinub, Trico, Torchic, Slakoth, and Bagon. All great. We get some bonuses also with 2 times catch Stardust. We get a half eggs distance. We get 2 times catch XP. So we get a lot of good benefits to take advantage of while Community Day is going on. Also, while we're out there hunting for these top 10 countdowns, right? So, all right, let's get into the next one. What we're really excited about. All right. All right. So we got a little more into this one. We have more. I'm pretty sure we've read up on this already. But this is the one that I really wanted to get into right here. All right, so the exclusive Community Day moves that we missed out on last year and the year before, you can get them. You can evolve Community Day exclusive moves featured during 2018 and 2019 Community Day event will be available again. So your Venusaurs, your Swampert, your Charizard with Blast Burn. Oh, they're so good, and we get a chance to everybody gets to have those if you play PvP now, and it's going to help you get your teams really solid. You're going to get some really great Pokemon with these, so we're super excited. The only one that I'm concerned about is the Eevee. I'm not sure if your Eevee has to have Last Resort on it prior to you evolving it into an Umbreon or Espeon, Vaporeon, whatever you might need. So we're going to see on that one, but either way, we're going to get into the top 10 countdown and let y'all think of what I thought was the most important and probably the most prioritized Pokemon that you should be hunting for on Community Day if you're into PvP, okay? All right, so first of all, we're getting some honorable mentions. These are good. I like these. All right. So we have Mamoswine, Sceptile, Metagross, and the EV evolutions as honorable mentions. Okay. As far as Mamoswine goes, Ancient Power is really good. It's a more of a spammier move on the for instead of going with Avalanche, but he does have the Avalanche variant, so it's still not as great. So like I said, just an honorable mention. I wouldn't put in the top 10. I would get you a couple if you want to on Community Day. If you don't miss out on this one. It's not 100% that bad. Sceptile is another one I wanted to that could have made the top 10 if they didn't give him a bunch of already really good moves. He has Leaf Blade, that's a better energy efficient move for a grass type, and he also has Dragon Claw. He has Aerial Ace, so he has a bunch of different coverages. The reason why he didn't make it into the top 10 because if you don't have Leaf, the Community Day Frenzy Plant on him, he's still really good either way. Okay. So the other one I'd say is Metagross because he's not as PvP oriented as he is raids. Absolute monster in raids. But I do want to give him an honorable mention because I have battled some Metagross in PvP that really did put in some work. So if you want to grab you one under the 1500, by all means, I suggest it. If not, he's still really good in the upper classes of PvP. So yeah, still really great. So the EV evolutions, as you see, we are missing one. I don't know what happened to that one that we don't have on the list down here, but I would just grab one all because why not? They're EV evolutions, and who doesn't want an EV evolution with Last Resort, right? Okay. So I'm not going to hang out on these long. I'm not going to hang into the top the top part of the top 10 long, but I'm going to give a little more time on the bottom part because those are the ones we're really going to focus on, okay? So jumping right into it, at number 10, we are going to have Typhlosion. He is a fire type, the Gen 2 starter. Definitely a fan favorite. And we're going to get to some of his reasons why I think he is the number 10 and not higher on this list, okay? So, as you see here, he doesn't have a great fire type move. He only has Ember, which isn't that good of a move as far as energy gain, and he has Shadow Claw, which Shadow Claw is a really good move, but it's on a fire type, so it is what it is. I really like Typhlosion. I have one myself. I do enjoy it. I use it too I used it a lot in Rainbow Cup practice. I didn't go in with it as my final fire type, but it was fun. As you see here, he doesn't rank higher because his best spam move is Blast Burn, and his next best is Solar Beam. I didn't put the other ones on there because if you get him with Blast Burn, that's all you're going to need. Other than that, maybe go Solar Beam if you can somehow get to that. By all means, go for it. He does beat Registeel, which is really nice. He beats Skarmory and Tropius, and he beats Charizard also, okay? That's another really good one. But as you see, he goes down really easy to a lot of different types. Water types is going to destroy it. A lot of the fighting types can beat him. A lot of the dragons can beat him. The Tyranitar, anything with a rock move is going to beat it. So, like I said, he's number 10 for a reason, okay? All right, so definitely get you one for the Great League. You'll enjoy him, okay? So let's get into our number 9 pick. Number 9 is actually one of the number 10's counters, Tyranitar. So you might be able to put Typhlosion a little higher on the list other than putting Tyranitar up there. But in my opinion, I like Tyranitar because he really showed up in some of the cups that he was featured in, mainly Twilight. He was really good with Venomoth. He was a really good Venomoth counter, so that's the reason why I put him up there, because he's had a little more usability in the cups that he's been in, to where Typhlosion, there's always just been a little better of a fire type. So Tyranitar is the 257. He's ranked 257 on a PV poke. He is a rock type, so he's going to take down your fire types. He's going to take down your ice types. Let's see what this moves he has. He's a little different than our other Community Day moves because he doesn't get a charge move. He gets a fast move addition that I would suggest getting yourself for a PvP under 1500. The rock type Smackdown. It's a lot better than his other two moves as far as energy gain goes, and it does a lot of damage. Now, Bite will do a lot of damage too, so if you don't if you don't want to build a Smackdown Tyranitar, you want to keep Bite on, great, but Smackdown will energy gain a little better, and it just seems to be a better move for Tyranitar in the Great League. So, as you see, we want to go with Crunch as his more spam move, and we want to go with Stone Edge as his secondary move also, but he is a 75k second edition, so it's going to be a nice chunk getting him PvP ready, okay? As you see, he takes down a lot of fire types. He'll take down some of the Alolan Mugs. He'll take down Skarmory and Hypno, which is really great. Being a dark type, he can take down some of those psychics, but he absolutely just gets destroyed by fighting types. As you see there, top 5 counters are all fighting with counter that will just delete him because he is rock and dark. That's 2 times weakness to fighting, so do not get him in a matchup with a fighting type, okay? I really like Tyranitar. I'm going to build me one because I don't have one with Smackdown. So, all right, but I suggest you get one too. Let's get into number 8. Number 8 is actually going to be Flygon. He is, in my opinion, one of the 2019 more relevant PvP Community Day Pokemon. I think he's not great. I mean, you could even debate him putting him at the 8 or 9. You could slide either one of those guys up. You could put Typhlosion here. They're all about in the same category. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these. I suggest getting you one because he does get a little bit of an upgrade with Earth Power over Earthquake, and the Dragon Claw as his other secondary move, but he just loads it super fast with Mud Shot. And that's what we really, really like about Flygon, okay? The Mud Shot, just one of the best energy gaining moves in PvP, and adding it with as you see, they actually have Earthquake ranked a little higher than Earth Power, but I suggest going Earth Power just because it's a lot more spammy. But like I said, that's the reason why he's not as relevant, because Earth Power wasn't like a crazy upgrade to, like, you're going to see to some of the top 5 how crazy their win percentages get with the Community Day move they get. So as I got Flygon there, I like him. You get you one, I suggest it. He's good. So, all right, let's get to number 7. Getting a little higher up the list. I have Blastoise. Yes, yeah, clap. Blastoise is my first starter in Pokemon ever. Back when Red and Blue was here, I got Blue. I didn't go Red. I was all Blastoise all the way since back then. So I'm definitely going to be building me a PvP one. The Ivies, we actually went on this one. I'm actually going to get to the Ivies once it gets up to these, because I think you're going to get a little better Pokemon. We're going to want to look at a little more into these. So we want a 1-15-15 for Blastoise Ivies. He's ranked number 20 on PvPoke. Okay, so he's really high ranked. So he's really good Pokemon. So we have Water Gun. In my opinion, he's like one of the best, I think, if not the best Water Gunner, because he has Hydro Cannon, which is like the DPS on Hydro Cannon is insane. So as a secondary move, I do suggest Ice Beam. As a secondary, it's going to take down a lot of other types, but you could go Skull Bash. There's an argument for Skull Bash, because Skull Bash is a really good move. As you see, it's not really ranked. It's only ranked 7% higher than Ice Beam. So give or take, I mean, I like Skull Bash. It's a good move. Raises your defense like crazy. But the Hydro Cannon is what we want. We want to get us one for PvP, and we want to get us one next month, right? So we're going to beat any of the fire types. Going to be no problem there. We're going to beat rock types. We're going to beat ground types with Blastoise. As you see, he beats Bastiodon. He beats Charizard. He actually beats Registeel, which is really nice also. So not bad, right? But as you see, he goes down to Razor Leafers. He's a water type, so Razor Leafers is going to delete him, okay? All right, Blastoise, fan favorite. We definitely love Blastoise. He belongs on the list, in my opinion. So he's actually got a 71% win rate also. The reason why he's ranked so high, number 20 on PvPoke, because he wins a lot of those matchups with Hydro Cannon and Water Gun, okay? All right, let's get into our number 6. And that is going to be Blaziken. So I do have Blaziken over Blastoise, just because I like he's a dual type, and he's found a little bit of a usability in like the Kingdom Cup, to whereas Blastoise hasn't found much usability into major cups, because we always have like something like Azumarill. So like give or take, you're going around to Azumarill or Blastoise, easy decision there. So, all right. So Blaziken, I did put him over Blastoise. I'm a bigger fan of Blastoise myself, but Blaziken has found a little more usability because he has that move right there. Counter, everybody. And Counter is an amazing fighting type move. He is fighting and fire, so he does take neutral damage to rock types, but he loses more to, he actually gains a psychic weakness. So, but he does get Blast Burn, and he got Blaze Kick the exact same day he got Blast Burn. So he got a spam move, and he's got a big KO move with Blast Burn. If you want to make him a pure fire type, you can even run Fire Spin. As you see, Fire Spin's ranked 35%, so it does have some usability in these cups, okay? So as you see, it's going to beat Registeel, which is huge. It's going to beat Zoilos, which is huge. Bastiodon, Probopass, he's just good. As you see, he's going to go down to some psychic types. He's going to go down to flying types because he's part fighting. He's going to go down to the charm. He's going to go down to psychic. So, but yeah, I think Blaziken's definitely worth the the 6th spot in my opinion in PvP. I have me one built. I really enjoy him, and he's also being used in the Timeless Cup. I ran into some in the Timeless Cup already. Okay. But now we're going to get into where it gets really juicy, okay? The top 5. These are where they're going to get good. Everything outside of the top 5, I want you to build. I want you to have one on your team. But what we're really going to get into and what is essential for PvP, and if you want to succeed in it, is these top 5 right here, okay? Number 5, a little more controversial as far as essential, because we have one that might be in the top 4 that might be a little better. But I have Meganium. Meganium, in my opinion, deserves number 5 as far as a Vine Whipper goes, and he does have the option to have other fast moves like Razor Leaf too, but we wouldn't go with it just because he has Earthquake as a secondary move, and the Vine Whip's going to load it a lot faster than Razor Leaf, which you'll probably never see Earthquake. But with Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, and Earthquake, and his tankiness, he is just a great Pokemon for Great League. He's got high stats for it. The Ivies we actually want on Meganium is going to be a 0, 10, 15. It's going to yield you 100% stat distribution in the Great League. He is ranked number 16 on PvPoke. That's to let you know how good Meganium is and why I think he is a must-have on your team also. So he is a very good type. He's also going to take down water types, of course. He's going to take down Defense Form Deoxys, which is awesome. He's going to take down some of your rock types like Bastiodon, other types like He has some ground types, of course, he's going to take down also. He has a 71% win percentage in PV Poke versus the overall general Great League with the one shield scenario. I didn't look into the two shield and the zero shield because we're just looking at him in the one shield, which is going to be the most important matchup you can put him into. So, yeah, very great Pokemon for the Great League. Get you a Meganium, get you a 0, 10, 15, or something really close. I'd suggest this guy. He is really good. He's going to lose to a lot of your bug types. He's going to lose to flying types, and he's going to lose to anything that has ice moves also because he is ground. He's going to take double super effectiveness against, or double weakness against ice types. So just be careful for that also, okay? All right. Now we're going to get to the real juicy ones here, okay? These are where it's going to get controversial. We're probably going to have some debates about this, but my number 4 is the fan favorite Charizard, okay? When he got the addition of Blast Burn, it put him on a different level of good to great, and with him in Great League for him. Now I'm not gonna say he's the best Pokemon in Great League by far. He's not, because if he gets hit with one Rock type move, he's gone. The Magcargo with Rock Throw, anything with Rock Throw is just going to tear through it, no problem. Bastiodon, it's quick, okay? But for a pure fire type, he just does the job. As you see, he beats Registeel, he farms Venusaur, he beats Skarmory, beats Medicham, beats Defense Form Deoxys. Those are 5 of the best great Pokemon in the Great League overall, and he takes them down. So that lets you know with Dragon Claw and Blast Burn, Dragon Claw being really spammy and a lot of neutral damage over the Great League, and is super effective against dragons also. And then you also have Blast Burn that's just going to just delete almost anything that it can hit that's going to be neutral or super effective damage, okay? And it's still going to hit even non-effective Pokemon for very hard. So you can go Wing Attack. That has been a very popular move on it. If you do have a Legacy Wing Attack Charizard, by all means, great. Air Slash has worked too. It makes them, lets them farm some of the grass types still without losing to some of the boys like Quagsire is bad. So definitely number 1. He's number 1 in the hearts, but definitely I think he's number 4 on the list today. I just think there's just somebody better out there that we need to focus on. And let's get into our number 3, Umbreon. Umbreon takes the number 3 spot because I just feel like there's 2 Pokemon that are just that much more important to have for the Great League, but Umbreon is up there. It was hard. This top 4 was hard. I think Charizard stays number 4, but the top 3, it's debatable. You could mix or match them however you want. Personal favorites, however, this is just by my opinion of what I've seen through Sylph already. They're at season 1, how useful these top 3 were. I think I put them just about where I feel they deserve. So you let me know if you want to debate this also. So Umbreon's going to be number 3 for me. Get into his movesets. He does have Snarl. It's an amazing dark move now. It's so spammy. It loads energy so fast since they gave it a buff. Don't ever run Feint Attack. You don't need it. There's not a 4%. I don't know why. Foul Play for sure, because it's just Snarl and Foul Play. It's great. It beats Altaria. It beats Alolan Marowak. It beats Defense Form Deoxys, Hypno. I mean, that's a good key matchups there. It has Dark Pulse rated over Last Resort, but you don't want Dark Pulse on it. You want Last Resort for sure. You want to get you a 0, 15, 15 for the Great League because this guy is a tank. He is a powerhouse. He is definitely a for sure spot in your 6 if he is available in one of the tournaments coming up. So everybody needs one. Go get you an Umbreon Last Resort, Snarl, Foul Play. Trust me, you will not regret it. I traded a shiny Flower Crown Eevee for one of these, so it was worth it. So goodbye, Eevee. You did your job for me. So all right, now let's get into the top 2 because these are really, really going to be controversial. You could take these either way, however you want to. I'm probably number 2 could be number 1. Number 1 could be number 2. I mean, they mix and match it. They are what they are. And number 2 is going to be Swampert, everybody. So that pretty much lets you know what number 1 is going to be. But Swampert, in my opinion, is number 2 just because he's Swampert. I mean, he's great. That with Hydro Cannon, which what Blastoise has, Blastoise would be up here in the top 3 if it wasn't for Swampert, because Swampert has this fast move right there, Mud Shot, that will load a Hydro Cannon in 3 to 4 Mud Shots. You are at a Hydro Cannon already, and you are hitting everything with massive damage, okay? And I personally run Earthquake on mine, but I have seen people run Sludge Wave, and by God, Sludge Wave is just as good. It comes in just as clutch, and with Mud Shot, he builds both of those so fast. it's GG if he starts firing off some hydro cannons and then hits you with one of those earthquakes or sludge waves. You can kiss your matchup goodbye. He could run through an entire team if he goes unchecked without something to check him. So if you don't have one of these Razor Leafers down there, or if they get your Razor Leafer out of the way and he comes in with a shield or two, he could delete your whole team. Okay, he is that good. He is actually ranked number what I think he is ranked number 5 in the Great League. I think he's ranked like what did I have? I know he's ranked 4 in the Ultra League, and he's also ranked top like 15 in Master League. So he is good all across the board. What I would suggest doing for Swampert, I would build one for Great League, one for Ultra League, and one for Raids and Master League because he is good across the board. He is top 15 in every category as far as PvP goes. He's going to be able to do massive amounts of damage in Raids just because of the Hydro Cannon. So definitely get yourself 1, definitely get yourself 3, definitely get yourself 4 for people who might need a trade in a year or two that couldn't get their hands on a Swampert too, okay? And the IVs we want to go on Swampert, we want a 0-14-14 will yield us the number 1 stat distribution for the Great League. Over that, I'm not sure what the Ultra League and Master League are, but I'm pretty sure it's up there in the 15-15-15 range for Master, probably close to 0-15-15 for Great League, or Ultra League also. So definitely get yourself a Swampert. He's deserving of the number 2 and debatably the number 1 spot, okay? All right, so let's get to that controversial number 1. He is a Gen 1 starter. It is Venusaur. That is right, everybody. I ranked Venusaur number 1 for the Great League must-have Community Day Pokemon. Focus on this guy because there's no other grass type that could do what he does. The grass type that could beat a lot of the general coverage. He takes down all the waters, all the mud boys, all that, no problem. He can also beat other grass types because of his movesets and the way that he can spam Sludge Bombs with Vine Whip. I would put Meganium up here in the top 3 if it wasn't for Venusaur. Simple and plain, Venusaur is the guy. The poison resists the fairy type moves. It hits a lot of the other grass types super effective that grass types can't normally do against the Venusaur. Vine Whip loads so much faster because most other grass types don't get the luxury of having Vine Whip. They're stuck with Frenzy Plant or Bullet Seed or something else that's just even worse. I don't know. Don't care. Like I said, as you see, he beats Wigglytuff, which is a Charmer. He beats Azumarill. He beats Swampert. He beats our number 2. He beats Bastiodon. And he beats Meganium, our number 5. Of course, he's going to get deleted by any fire types. But if you have energy loaded up and you hit a Charizard with a Sludge Bomb, it'll take out the Sludge. It'll take out that Charizard almost in one hit. I've been playing around with one in the Timeless Cup. I'm playing around with a Dragonless team, and I'm actually using Venusaur with energy to take down dragons like Dragonair and your other Shelgons. And you could just take down Frenzy Plant against the Kingdra. Kingdra. So, number 1, deserving, most deserving Pokemon in Community Day. You want to go after a good Venusaur. Get you a Frenzy Plant Venusaur. You need one. Get you one for Great League because he's up there in Master Leagues and he's great in Ultra League also. You want one across the board for all 3. He can do good raids. There's a better raiders like Roserade, but who cares? Get you one, guys. We all need a Venusaur. We all deserve one if we want to do some PvP, okay? So that is it. That is my top 10 countdown. I think I did a pretty good job on it. I didn't include some of them. I don't think the Synchronoise users are that good because they can get Psychic. Nobody's going to run Gallade with Synchronoise because you have Leaf Blade, you have Close Combat, and you have Psychic. So you don't need the Synchronoisers. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Like I said, the honorable mentions was about as far out as I would go. But I really like this top 10 right here. This is what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to get some good IVs. I only have good IVs on Swampert. I have good IVs on Blaziken. And I have a decent IVs on my Flygon. So I'm looking to fix my Venusaur, my Umbreon, my Charizard. I want to get a Meganium. I need to fix my Typhlosion. My Typhlosion is one of my worst IVs for Great League. I don't have a Hydro Cannon Blastoise. I mean, so many I'm missing here, guys. We all need to go out and get it. I hope you'll have a great Community Day next month. Hope your Ferocious tournaments went good, and I hope your Timeless Cup's going to be even better. Like I said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and we'll get out there and hit some more. But, yeah, have a great day. Bye.